Musically.
Welcome to Relationship Soup. I'm your host, Lisa Hughes. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. How y'all doing today? How was your weekend? Did you see that beautiful moon? Did y'all see that this past weekend? Did you watch it on YouTube? Anyway, how's your week going? I hope your week is off to a fantastic start. And y'all know I'm so grateful that you're joining me today. I really appreciate you. So anyway, y'all know I'm going to do my whole spiel. So let me say this first though, okay? Because I just got an alert, okay, that Facebook and StreamYard, I guess they having a little quarrel right now. So listen, I don't know if you can see me live from Facebook or not. Basically, I don't know until, I actually go live. That was a little note or whatever. You basically ain't going to know till you go live, I guess. So if you're watching me from Facebook or whatever, let me know where you're watching me from. So anyway, and I tried to put a little, it's going to be some Facebook technical difficulties in my little story today. So hopefully, y'all got that or whatever. So let me know where you're watching me from. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to give y'all this little spiel. Y'all know how I do every week. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just want to thank every one of you for pulling up tonight, whether you're watching me live on Facebook, hopefully, fingers crossed, right? Or, you're catching this on YouTube live or you're watching the replay. I see you. I love you and I appreciate you, right? So anyway, before we get into this episode, y'all already know I got to do my spiel, right? Okay, I see your comments. Okay, so I see one from Facebook. All right, and y'all know how I'm going to do. I'm going to bring your comments on because I love y'all and that's what we do, right? So anyway, but before I do it, let me go ahead and give my little spiel. Y'all already know. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. Right? It don't really change that much. So subscribe on YouTube. Tell a friend, whatever. It's Relationship Soup, period. You see that period? You got to put that period in there, right? The forum been popping. So come and join the forum. It's RelationshipSoupGroup, right? Would love to have y'all in there, right? And of course, if you want to follow me, it's RelationshipSoupLLC. And y'all already know. What am I going to say next? You already know. The greeting cards. Hit up RelationshipSoup.com for greeting cards, apparel. Y'all already know what I got. But for my new listeners, listen, just hit up Relationship Soup. We have greeting cards for all of your needs. All right. All right. Boom. So anyway, I really appreciate y'all pulling up tonight, as I do every single week. You know what I mean? So anyway, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Yes, it has been a minute. And, listen, y'all, look, I've been kind of in my little hiatus mode or whatever. So to all my divine connection, y'all know I appreciate y'all. To all my friends and stuff that have been reaching out, look, I promise I'm gonna get back to you. But yes, it's been a minute. It has been a little minute. Hey, cousin, how are you? Yes, 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 yes. I hope that you are well. It was good seeing you on Saturday. I really appreciate you. All right. Nichelle, what's up, my beautiful Cancerin? How are you? How are you, beautiful? How's your Tuesday? How was your weekend? Did you see that moon? Right? I watched it on YouTube, right? You know, I really like, moon stars, quasars, all that. All right. Well, anyway, I can appreciate it. So I don't know. Did you get to see that? Did you get to see our ruling planet, Nichelle, the moon, and what it was doing? Did you get to see that? I hope you did, beautiful. I really do. All right, y'all. So anyway, you already know that I got to get into this 82nd episode, y'all. And I put the link out there. I'm going to put it out there again. I got to make sure that it posted because, I've already heard that is some technical issues. So I'm going to put this out there again. So listen, if you want to join us in the studio, feel free to get in here. And, every week it's the same. So if you have stuff you want to talk about or whatever, put it in the chat. Or if you want to drop in the studio, we got time. We definitely got a little time today. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, just do that. All right. So I see you, Nichelle. You saw it. Wasn't it beautiful? Wasn't it beautiful? All I can say is just God is the master artist. You hear me? I love to see stuff like that. So anyway, y'all, this 82nd episode is basically called Lisa's Lens. You already know how I do on the Lisa's Lens. That's just basically going to be a reflection because let me tell y'all, again, shout out to my guest last week. You know what I'm saying? Grace, love, and light. I appreciate you, right? We got to talk. So this episode is Lisa's Lens. Okay. So basically that's just where I'm going to do a reflection. We're going to talk about last week's episode a little bit. And then it's just kind of a moment to refocus, reflect, and all that. Right. So that's what we're going to get into. So anyway, like I said, welcome y'all. This is September. Is it just me or is this year going fast? Is it just me? We already in September. Just yesterday, it was February. You feel me? Now we in September and it's cold. It's cold to me where we are. Are y'all feeling this weather change? Is it me just wanting to hold on to this beautiful tan in hope of warm weather all year round? Well, most of the year round. Is it just me? Do y'all feel like it's getting cold a little bit? Holla at me. But anyway, so y'all, let me get into it. Let me stop playing because y'all already know it is a time limit on my little appetite. Y'all already know on Tuesdays, I'll be real hungry during this time. So anyway, all right. So anyway, y'all welcome. So look, listen, y'all, let's talk. Can we talk? All right. So last week's episode, it stirred some mixed emotions, y'all. Like I got y'all calls, y'all DMs, y'all texts and everything. And some of you, y'all engaged and I appreciate it. I appreciate the love and stuff like that. Right. And some of you shared that, hey, it didn't hit. It wasn't hitting. Right. And I'm saying that really nicely. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so, and look, y'all, that's okay. This is soup, relationship soup. Sometimes the soup is spicy. Sometimes it's a little sour. You hear me? Sometimes it's just right. Sometimes some ingredients land funny, but that's all right. You know what I mean? So, basically this show is about planting seeds, right? Exploring possibilities, ideas, and not every perspective or guest will resonate with everyone. It's impossible. You can't please everyone, right? And give yourself grace that you can't please everyone. You feel me? All right. Hey, listen, I'm giving the soup grace. You feel me? So, just to be clear, the views expressed in that episode were that of the guest, not necessarily mine or Relationship Soup, right? And that's with any show. So with any show, listen, I ain't telling you what to do. And I know that I usually give that disclaimer or whatever. You should definitely consult with a qualified professional, whatever it is, whether it's financial, whether it's, psychological, therapist, whatever it is that y'all need, right? That you ain't got to take this show as Bible. You hear me? I ain't never claimed to be no pastor. You feel me? I ain't never claimed to be no pastor. So listen, you ain't got to take it as Bible. I ain't never claimed to be no therapist, no guru, no nothing like that, right? All we doing, we just talking. Feel me? We just plant a couple seeds and you do what you will with it. You feel me? So I just want to just leave that with y'all. Okay. Because I know, and you know what, regardless of the feedback, y'all know, I appreciate y'all. I feel like y'all got my higher good at heart, Relationship Soup's higher good at heart. So it's all good. Don't hold back. Let me know how y'all feel. You feel me? I ain't offended. And I love y'all for giving me that advice, because I feel like if you can reach out, and to the people that did reach out, it was all with good intention and love. I'm going to take that as a seed to grow on. You feel me? My ego ain't going to never be that big where I can't grow. I'm just saying. And I see y'all comments. Lee Bennett, what's the science? Fam. You going to get one of them, what you call it, that we talked about last week? I ain't mentioned it, but you know what I'm talking about. Y'all going to get one? Let me know. I'm not ready for winter, the exception of my, oh yeah. So yeah, that's right. So with fragrances and stuff, don't you got to switch it up? Like, I mean, I just wear what I like, you feel me? So, if I'm feeling, a certain, fragrance or whatever, regardless, I'm gonna wear it, even if it's too hot to wear it, you feel me? Because obviously I got it because it mixes with my chemistry. But do you like mix your fragrances up, Reese? Let me know. Moving too fast. I'm not ready for it to be. Listen, you hear me? Dark at 4 p.m. You feel me? And most importantly, man, my tan. Y'all see how golden brown I am right now? Right. I mean, I'm in the middle anyway, and I love whatever complexion I've been blessed with, because, God is the master artist. You feel me? I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, but I can appreciate a little tan. So, I'm just saying. Listen, M. Woodson. Hey, this year is flying by. The days are flying by, y'all. So anyway, I'm just saying. I wore the same fragrance for 10 years. Same makeup, hair for 20 years. I think it's time for it. Listen, fam, you know what I am. This water sign, I don't really switch up too much. I mean, I can. You feel me? I can, and I will. Right? But I'm just saying. Love the fall time. You know what, Terry? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. I like the fall too. Like the fall and the summer, those are my two favorite seasons. Like spring, I don't really feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's as per your experience and perspective, but I don't really feel like we have a spring in the Midwest. Am I tripping? I don't know. It just seems now fall seems pretty consistent, right? But spring, I don't know. But anyway, fall and summer, they're my favorites. What's your favorite? I'm just saying. Pastor, therapist. Listen, I ain't want that pressure, fam. I ain't want that pressure. You feel me? I'm in the space of taking the pressure off. My daddy used to say that to me all the time. Little girl, you got to give yourself grace. You got to take the pressure off. Listen, I don't never claim to know it all. You feel me? I am a master of my life experiences. You hear me? I'm just saying, yeah, I got a few degrees and some certifications, you feel me? But I'm just saying. Oh, thank you so much, John. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I have to tell you who reached out to me recently. You know this person too. Yeah, we got to catch up, John. And I hope that life is blowing you kisses, because you deserve it. You've always been a beautiful soul to me. I'm just saying. Evangelist Hughes, listen. Listen to Natalie. Now, I love God like some of us do. You feel me? But evangelist, though, I don't know. Sometimes I be thinking I'm too secular in some categories. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I don't know if evangelist, but, let me share something with y'all. Right. And I've been marinating, and I'm going to get into this. Right. I promise I'm going to get on with this episode, but we just kind of talking. So listen, like before my daddy passed or whatever. Right. We were just talking and stuff like that. And I remember him holding my hands. Y'all know what he said to me. Now, my divine connections, y'all ignore this because y'all already know, or just act like y'all, what I'm saying? Act like y'all ain't know, just act surprised. But he was like, little girl, I feel like I'm holding the hands of a prophetess. Right. And so, I'm just smiling with it and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm like, that's a lot of pressure. You feel me? So evangelists and all that. Look, I'm just growing, y'all. I'm growing. And in this season, I am doing a lot of reflection and growing and dying to self. That's all I got to say about that. What's the word? I missed the first half of last week's show, but I know Mr. Jackson knows his stuff. I can't vouch for all he said because I didn't hear and haven't heard it. Well, basically, Derek, yeah, because you did chime in, right? So basically, there was discussions about, you already know about these data centers. It's been in our local newspaper. It's all over social media, right? Like, so, basically, my guest last week was talking about possible options, and then, I've been big now more so on the investing piece. Those that know me, saving, look, I got you budgeted. I got you, right? And I did the basic investing, right? So, I just kind of wanted to continue to expand that. I know that we had conversations before. So, my guest last week was kind of talking about some investing and stuff like that, right? And again, everybody has their own, well, some people, I'll say, have their own tactics, their own strategies and stuff like that, right? So, there was just some kickback about the company that was being talked about, and that's okay. I don't feel away. You feel me? Like, I don't feel away. I do my due diligence before every show. You feel me? So, where it goes once we go live. See, I don't have the luxury of editing things out. We go live. So what you see is what you get, right? But just know that when I bring my guest on, the topics, it's all for the higher good of my listeners, right? I definitely want to bring content that is that feeds you, that resonates with you, and then whatever y'all want to talk about, because a lot of these topics been because what y'all want to talk about. So just know that, I take your suggestions, and a lot of times, I'll go ahead and bring those on. Fee Ray Phillips, what's up with it? How are you? It was so good seeing you at Butter. Listen. I hate that I didn't get to see you perform, but it's always good seeing you. I'm so glad that life has been blowing you kisses, and continue to be the light that you are, brother, because I'm telling you, you just got it. You feel me? You light up rooms when you walk in there, Fee, and I appreciate you. I know definitely you have always been a wonderful soul. It's always been positive energy with you. So, love and light to you and your family, right? Hey, so Mark Lee, thank you so much. I appreciate you. How are you, Mark? How's your week going? You having a good week? Tell me about that. All right, so let's see. Summer is my fave. Indiana has winter. Listen, that's it. That's it. And then it's those memes. Okay, Nichelle, those memes that come out every year, the ones where it's in the morning, you wearing like a sweatsuit, a hoodie. And then by the afternoon, you wearing shorts and tank tops and sandals. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the Midwest. And it is totally winter and summer. Spring, not so much. I feel like we kind of got a little fall, a little bit. Like, maybe because I like fall so much. But I feel like we got still a little fall left. That's all I'm saying. You are a great podcaster. Thank you so much, Mark Lee. I appreciate that. I ain't going to turn down no compliments. I'm just saying I ain't going to turn them down. I ain't going to turn them down. First Lady, listen, First Lady. Hey, listen. Now, Reese, we had that episode where somebody was asking me if I could be married to a pastor, like who I wouldn't date. That's a lot of pressure, First Lady, because although I've been, on this growth journey, y'all know I have, right? I've been on this growth journey. Sometimes I be cussing. And I'm not saying that them people ain't perfect. I mean, I'm not saying that they are perfect, right? Because I know that we are all human and stuff like that. But some of us just be a little bit more human than others. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of pressure, First Lady, right? I don't know. Sometimes I like to wear fitted stuff. You feel me? And I just feel like if I'm a First Lady, in my mind, when y'all think about a First Lady, what y'all be thinking? Because me personally, I be feeling like, I don't know, ankle skirts. You feel me? And flats, and I don't know. I mean, I don't really wear that much makeup no way. You know what I'm saying? I try to do a little something, but I just feel like you got to be like plain. Am I tripping? Now, I'm saying that I done seen some beautiful First Ladies. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, if I was, I guess, blessed with that title, I don't even know how I would move. I don't even know like the procedures of church. You feel me? Like, I don't know. Talk to me. What y'all think? What y'all think? Don't let the haters work. Listen, Mark, I ain't gonna let no haters work. And you know what? I never do that. And I don't really feel like anybody was hating. Like whenever people give me feedback, I never feel like it's a hate thing, right? Especially when it comes from my divine connections. My mind, what I've started reprogramming my mind to do, because it's so easy to go to the negative. Now, of course, my discernment is on point. But I'm just thinking, people come in with love and they just want to feed. You feel me? I'm just saying, I'm so good. Always great to you. Yes, absolutely, Fee. It's always great seeing you. I knew what you meant. All right. So you see, I corrected it before you even put it on there. I'm just saying. Well, when the light and water bills and local pollution skyrocket because we didn't fight it, I hope people understand it. Listen, I'm with you, Derek, because you know what? Even like with our, what bill is that? Is that gas? With the sewers on there? I'm like, how was that passed to the consumer? Do you hear me? How did the consumer become responsible for the sewers? Because at first, the state or whatever, and correct me, took over that. But now when you get your gas bill, if you have gas, right? Not if you have gas, but if you have gas, you can, when you get your gas bill, like, you got your gas, you got your water on there, and then you got this sewer. And is it just me? The sewer be more than a gas bill. And listen, I'm just one of them type of inquisitive. I'm just very inquisitive, right? Could be my journalistic background or whatever. So I called, and let me know what kind of luck y'all had. Okay, I called the gas company, and I'm like, hey, is there some type of equation? How do y'all calculate the cost of the sewer bill? The sewer be higher than everything. I don't even be using that much gas or water. You feel me? But that sewer bill be a fool. I'm like, man, so is it just me? I mean, listen. Now let me balance it, because like I said, I've been on this whole this reprogramming thing. Yes, I'm human first, but I'm just saying, like, that sewer bill be kind of high. And I just want to know, thank goodness I'm able to pay my bills. I've never been in that position, but I'm just saying, what y'all be doing? So to your point, Derek, if we don't stand up as the consumer or whatever, listen, it's power in numbers. So if we don't speak up, then what can we expect? If we roll over, then it just is what it is. They're going to do what they want to do. You feel me? So I don't know. I feel what you're saying. I really do feel what you're saying. I can't wait for fall. I love the fall, though. That's cuddling season. Oh, wait a minute. That's handcuffing. Don't people be cuffing in the fall? Just saying. I mean, you forever cuffed feet. You done found your queen. You done found your wife. I'm just saying. But I love the fall too. I like, being able to crack your window and the air that comes in, even when the leaves are turning colors and stuff like that, the temperature, and I can't lie, fall gear be so fly, the boots and the leather, you feel me? I'm just saying. We're getting a little fall now. We definitely getting some fall now. I feel like we was getting fall in August. Is it just me? We was getting fall in August. I'm just saying. Fall is my fave unless I'm out of town. Yeah. Now, if I'm out of town, depending on where I'm at, you feel me? I want it to be nice. I'm just saying. I got some minister friends who because, and I know that they're human. I just feel like it's more accountability and pressure. I don't know. Listen, I'm good to make Bible study and, stuff like that. That's a lot of pressure. I'm just saying. Can't see you as a person. Me neither. I'm just saying, like, I feel like anything is possible, but me as a first lady, I'm just saying, I don't know. Hold on. Your pastor husband gonna be like, you're dressing too, but listen, he gonna be like, tone it down. I'm gonna be like, they already to my skirt already to my ankle, baby. What you want me to do? I'm just saying. But then again, I'm biased. I know you are, Mark, and that's okay. That's okay. Have you seen Erica Campbell photos? She is a person. You know what? I see so much, and, actually I do know a first lady and she keeps it pretty classy. Like, I met her while I was in Atlanta. It's this first lady, Aventer. Like, she always keeps it very classy. You know what I'm saying? Like, she dresses really nice. If Shawnee O'Neal can do it, say it, Bill. Listen, I'm sure I can be converted or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying, first lady. I don't know. I don't really get into titles that big, no way, though. You feel me? But that's a lot of pressure. Them bills ain't no joke. Water should be free. Yeah, it should be free. But, unfortunately, some of the powers that be, they don't even feel like it should be free. And some people don't feel like water is a right. I'm just saying. So we definitely got to make sure that we are speaking up. You feel me? That we ain't rolling over. If I weren't so materialistic, listen, fam, the conversations we had, you feel me? that whole thing. Listen, I've been on this whole decluttering journey, and I promise I'm gonna get into the show, y'all. I've been into this whole decluttering journey. Like, I'm like, do I really need 40 pair of jeans? No, right? I could probably get away with like 5, if you feel me. And then I just feel like, I don't know what's coming. Okay. Now by heart, at heart, I am a conspiracy theorist a little bit. I'll be kind of entertaining some of those things. So if you have to go off the grid and you got all that stuff, or you got to move, what you gonna do? I want to be liberated. I want to be free. You feel me? And sometimes for me, don't get me wrong, I got a lot of nice stuff. I got really nice stuff. God has blessed me. You hear me? But I'm just kind of like, man, if I got to move or get up or go off the grid, I don't want to be like, weighted down with all that. Like minimalism, I'm all right with that. I ain't mad about it. I'm just saying. False fall. I know, lying to kick it fall. You hear me? Like, how you gonna be trying to show up in August, right? I'm trying to hold on to summer as long as I can, because as long as the sun is up and it's warm, I can keep my beautiful tan. I'm just saying, and y'all, I'm playing. No, I really do. You know what I'm saying? I just enjoy my little tan. I'm just saying. Fall is cuffing season, and Drake is about to drop. For real? Oh, okay. That's what's up. I don't even really be keeping up with the industry no more. Since I don't work in the industry no more, I don't really be keeping up. Like, I be seeing a little stuff on social media here and there, but I don't even know. Which bill would you sacrifice if you had to give up a bill? Which bill? Probably my gas bill. Why I say that? Because like, I like to feel warm. So all year round, I like to feel, well, for the most part, I like warm. Like, I don't run from the sun. I love 90-degree days. Like, those are like perfect to me, right? So I have to say my gas bill, because as soon as I think about turning on my gas, it just seems like my bill jumped from like $100 to $4. I'm just saying. So if I could just like not have no gas bill, I'm just saying. What's your survival bag, Lisa? What's in your survival? Oh, I got a lot of stuff in my survival bag. I've been seeing them videos on social media. I got some things. You feel me? I'm just saying. Hi, Jerome. How are you? How are you, Jerome? I appreciate when you join me. So how do you feel about last week's episode, Jerome? Let me know. All right, I hear you about the conspiracy. You know what? And that's the thing. Like, I ain't gonna get too deep because it is not my expertise. Okay, maybe one day, I'll bring a guest on that's more credible or whatever when it comes to that, because all I can go with my discernment and how certain things sit with my spirit. You feel me? I'm just saying. Sophie says, I just got rid of over 50% of my shoes and 70% of my clothes. Material possessions have been giving me temporary happiness and a dopamine rush, but haven't been fulfilling long-term. And I'm now realizing that in my 40s. Absolutely. And that's very honest, Fee. Like, I'm just one person of balance, right? And, I've been doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of reprogramming in my mind and different things like that. And, and don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been blessed to be able to have nice things and stuff like that, right? And, I'm not knocking anybody that has that feels differently. It's just, for me, I just have this in my spirit. I just want to feel just as liberated as I can, mentally, spiritually, and physically. You feel me? Like, I don't want to be really tied down to because of my material possessions. Does that make sense? Now, I ain't saying that I'm trying to run buck naked in the rainforest. You feel me? I ain't saying that, free, right? Although I heard that can be freeing. I'm just saying, like, my mind is different. Like, I've certain experiences have really helped me to evolve. So, you know what I mean? And I just want to be able to move accordingly and go with flow. That's just where I'm at. I'm just saying, that's just where I'm at. Fall concert season is here. And yes, you know what? Yeah, it is a lot of concerts going on. There are some concerts going on. I actually was talking to my guest before the show that was talking about some concerts. And one of my homegirls was talking about some concerts. I can't think of the artist's name. If you watch and text me, I can't think of the artist's name. But anyway, she was like, girl, we need to go to Switzerland. Let's go to Switzerland. There's a concert in Switzerland. You feel me? So it's a lot of different concerts going on. I can't think of the artist's name. I've seen him and y'all at his concerts. You know, I've seen a couple of my Facebook friends. I just can't think of his name right now. I don't know why I can't think of that. So Jerome says, I liked it. Very interesting. The guy seemed okay, that's fair. You know, hey, you know what I'm saying? Again, you know, everybody has their perceptions. You know what I'm saying? Only bill I would skip on is trash. My stove is gas because you're going to be cold as hell in the winter. Give up sewer. They can't do anything. But listen, I don't feel like the sewer should have been passed to the consumer. I'm like, how, Sway? How did that happen? Like, why am I paying for the sewer? Right? Like I didn't build it. It wasn't part of my house. Like, why am I paying for that? You feel me? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Happiness and material things are fleeting, but joy, which is a decision, is everlasting. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and that's what life is teaching me. You know, everybody's life lesson is different. Everybody's life lesson is different. You know, I can only go with my flow and what my experiences are teaching me. You feel me? So no, you know, I ain't knocking. I'm packing all my designer-ish and taking it with me. I'll explain to my hubby. He doesn't need to be weighted down by all his worldly possessions, so we won't be too weighted. That's what's up. You know, that's what's up. Unless you don't want to flush your toilet. Listen, all I'm saying is the sewer, nobody has been able to successfully tell me, right? Why is it higher than my other stuff? Like, why is it higher than water and gas? Like, what equation are they using? If it's random, just say that. Just say that. That's all I'm saying. If it's random, that's just what it is. All right. All right. So anyway, y'all. All right. So let me go ahead and get into this week's episode. All right. So thank y'all, and keep the comments coming because you know I'm gonna address them. So anyway, so like I said, you know, even when conversations don't go the way that we want them to go or imagine to go, you know, something very powerful or beautiful is that we have the choice to reset. This is Q4, y'all. September is Q4. Oh my gosh, that went so fast. Just yesterday we was counting down the ball, but now it's Q4. So, you know, the blessing is, look, this is time to shift our focus. We don't even have to wait to January. You know, I know some of us wait to January, and I kind of talked about this on a previous show too, right? So to me, September feels like a natural second new year, right? So, you know, the seasons are beginning to change. We've been talking about that. Routines are starting to settle. And, you know, it's just forward motion. I'm always about forward motion. I don't like to stay stagnant too much. I don't like to stay in the past too long. And I don't like to stay, you know, stagnant, right? So anyway, this is forward motion. So basically, I just kind of want to lean into that energy with you. All right. So we'll talk about how to use this month as a fresh start, y'all. Okay. And y'all probably been doing it along the way. You know, I know it's a lot of conscious people that listen to me and even my divine connections, right? So, you know, let's talk about your goals, your relationships, your mindset, right? And, you know, of course, we're going to get into the true false. Okay. And I got a guest in the studio, y'all. We're going to bring the guest on. We're going to get to the true false because I'm telling y'all, I didn't know that y'all was going to love that so much. I be feeling kind of like game show host. You feel me? Yeah, I'm just saying. But anyway. All right. Any more comments? You're paying for water, paying for something, right? Is there like a VIP? Can I choose a package? Is there like moderate, you know, non-VIP, VIP? I'm just saying because this got to be the VIP. I'm just saying. I'm downsizing. I'm always going to have my clothes, fragrances in my studio. Absolutely. You should always keep around you what your passions are, what brings you happiness. Marie Kondo talked about that over the pandemic, right? So I'm just saying. All right. So anyway, y'all. So anyway, of course, a lot of us probably are motivated. We have motivation and momentum, right? So how are we going to make those things work for us, right? Even as far as your relationships, your connections, your family, friends, coworkers, and all of that, right? Those relationships can not only benefit from our momentum, our motivation, but even our resets. Have y'all taken the time to reset this year? Have y'all taken time to pause? Have y'all done that? Do y'all reset or do y'all just keep going and going and going and going, right? And if your lifestyle is not allowing you to reset and pause, I question where your balance is. Are you balanced? I'm just saying, right? So I challenge you, right? There are benefits to resetting, right? And what are some things that you've been putting off, right? What are some things that you've been putting off? Maybe there's a habit you're ready to break. Do y'all got some habits that y'all need to break, that y'all want to break before the new year or at some point? Not that the new year should be a marker, okay? Again, take the pressure off. And also give yourself grace, because some of y'all are actually doing this. But for those of us that may not, let's think about that, right? And, another thing, how's your growth? Are you growing? Y'all still growing? I'm just saying, right? So this is what I want to ask y'all. Let me go ahead and put this in the chat. Hopefully Facebook is still allowing me to post. All right, so this is the first question right here. Okay, so what am I carrying that I don't need anymore? What are y'all carrying that y'all don't need anymore? Right, that's one, right? And then another question that I want to challenge you, and feel free if you want to answer it in the chat, I'm good with that, right? So what seeds am I planting for my future self, right? Because, day to day, right, we are planting seeds, right? Of course, the presents, but, what you do today will affect you in the future. So how are you moving with that? What are y'all doing, right? So anyway, one thing that I've really started doing, because I'm not asking y'all nothing that I don't ask myself. You feel me? I don't work that I haven't done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put that out to you, because to me, that's hypocritical. So just know that, these questions that I'm asking you, I've asked self. I've started with self. So one thing I can say is seeds that I've started planting, things that I've started doing. Well, I've been doing along the way, but I've just been even more intentional. My spirit has really been in the mode of being more intentional. I've really started delving more into investing. That's another thing, just investing, like I talked about last week, I opened up my brokerage account. I have investments out there. I got 5011 IRAs. When you get a new job with benefits, y'all know how that go, right? And I've started really expanding my skill set and including my passions. Like at this point in my life, everything that I'm doing, I love it. Everybody that I'm surrounded by, I love them. And, that's something that I really wanted to cultivate. I knew that at some point in life, everything that I do, I want to love it. I want to be surrounded by people that feel good. You feel me? So I can truly say that, I've been intentional with, that. And I've been pushing forward projects that I've procrastinated. Have y'all procrastinated anything? Can anybody identify with that? There's some things I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, let me get a team. Oh, let me do that. But then I'm like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and push it through. So, that's something that I've been doing. Brian K. I'm trying to keep growing, but the words of Boys to Men. Listen, and Bryant, I would just say to you, just keep on growing, and give yourself grace. That's one thing, and I was just having a conversation, not too long ago about grace, because sometimes we can just be so hard on ourselves, and you cannot penalize yourself for what you didn't know. Let me just put that out there. You can't penalize yourself for what you weren't taught. There's no blueprint for, or what you didn't know. You feel me? If you're doing the best that you can, I believe that was covered in the 4 agreements. That's all you can do. You feel me? So, when you put forth energy on, I'm beating myself up because I moved this way or whatever, and especially if your intentions were good or you just truly didn't know, give yourself some grace, because when you use that energy to beat yourself up, to be a perfectionist or whatever that may be, you wasting energy that you could put forth growing, right? Or being accountable or actually acknowledging. That's all I'm saying. So I just hope that y'all are doing that. Derek says, I could do the conspiracy theory breakdowns, then I'll give some factual rabbit holes to ponder. What are these? Oh, look, listen. I don't know. I know that just along the way for a few months now, and I think y'all know where I'm going, I've been really concerned. That's all I'm saying. I've been very concerned. So, even with that, I feel like, all you can do is prepare yourself. What is it? Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, and I've been, crossing paths with, individuals and coming across like influencers and stuff who have left the country and different things like that. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, I just feel like you gotta be open. I know I'm guilty of that, but then I found these beautiful people like Tonality Lee, and of course you all. That's what's up. That's what's up. Here we go again. What you talking about, B? Here we go. What? What's that? What's that about? Talk to me. All right. So, wow, it's 7:40 already, and I do have a guest in the studio. So I'm going to just go over a couple of these little prompts, right? I'm gonna bring my guest on. We'll get to the true false, and then we're going to get out of here because y'all already know how it be on a Tuesday for me. Right, bars. I'm just saying. So anyway, so y'all, let me go ahead and put this question in the chat because I'm just curious. All right, I'm just curious. All right, what's something? And I know there's a delay. What's something that you've learned this month, or even if you just want to say since the new year, what's something that you've learned? Right? What's something that you've learned? So for me, I'll just say now it's financial tips and hush. Okay, because I know some of y'all petty. I'll be like, yeah, did you with your last week? Okay, whatever. I'm just saying. So I've started learning, you know, financial strategies, you know, herbal remedies and stuff like that, you know. So there's some things that I've learned, and I've learned a lot of stuff about self too. I'm really, you know, delving into self, right? So I'll just say that. Might need to go back to Panthers Day. Oh no. Yes, dinner time. Y'all already know. Y'all already know how it be with dinner time. It do be dinner time. And I know, and you know, sometimes I'm able to get a snack in. Like Tuesdays are a very busy day for me. Like y'all know I'm a professor by day, right? And so like, you know, I guess I could be more intentional and make time, but sometimes I just don't get the time. Or I don't make the time, right? I can be accountable. All right, so what's one thing you're choosing to reset this September? What's one thing that y'all choosing to reset, right? I know there's a little bit of delay, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about mine. And for me, I'd say since I've been moved to do so, old mindsets, like my old self, like, you know, that's one thing that I've really been choosing to reset, right? Not that my old mindsets never served me, because they do, you know, but there's a time and there's a place. And I just feel like just what my spirit feels, where I feel like my life is going. And it just, even in this present moment, some of my old mindsets, they ain't what's up. I'm just being honest. I'm accountable enough to say that, you know, I love myself enough to want to grow and be accountable. You feel me? So that's all I'm gonna say with that. That's all I'm gonna say with that. Sophie says, I've been trading for years, but learned about weekly paying dividends, ETFs, been putting extra money into those and seeing immediate returns. Really, Fee? Let's talk. Let's talk. Like, listen, I am all for gaining new knowledge. You feel me? Like, hey, if you want to know how to budget and save, I got you. Like, I feel like I am really great at that, right? So yeah, I would love to know about that. I think that would be good. Tell those students to bring you dinner. So you know what? This is the thing. I've been virtual for a while now. I've had a couple of face-to-face classes and stuff, but virtual, as far as the enrollment, that's what's been filling, right? That's what's been paying my bills, these virtual classes. So, you know, unless they, you know, post a reminder in our chat, hey, professor, you might want to get some cashews or something, or some almonds or some walnuts, something. I'm just saying. All right, so let's see here. Now, I know I got somebody in the studio, but I do want to put this question out here, okay? Let me put this out here, this question. Give it time. All right, so when you think of your future self 1 year from now, Lord willing, if you're here, what do you hope to thank yourself for? That's worded kind of weird. So 1 year from now, your future self, 1 year from now, what do you want to be able to thank yourself for, right? What do you want to thank yourself for? You know, and for me, I would say not giving up, staying true to self, and being open and willing to grow, right? Because with those right? And I'll say grace. I have to put the grace piece in there because, like I said, you know, some of my closest divine connections, they know I have been, for a portion of my life, I was very hard on myself. You know what I mean? I would be the type to beat myself up. Oh, why did I say that? Or why did I do that? But it's almost like, in that moment, I did the best that I could do. Or, you know, why didn't I know to move this way? Why didn't I know to invest? Or, you know, why didn't I do this? You know, for that moment, for what it was, I moved like I did. Right. And my intentions are always to do the best that I can, or most of the time to do the best that I can. I'm just saying, I'm just being honest. I'm only human. Resetting financial habits and who and what I give attention to. Absolutely. That's really important. That is so important. Right. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. My guests in the studio, are you ready? Are you there? You ready? Blink one for you ready to come on? All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna bring you on. Coming to the stage.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna blink twice because I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Hey, what's up? What's up, Lisa? How you doing?
Oh man, I am Gucci. Life is good. Life is good, even when it ain't.
Life is amazing. Life is great. It's a mindset, right? Yeah.
It's a mindset. Go ahead. I have a delay. What did you say?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, oftentimes it's all about the mindset because you have to look for that silver lining. So if you don't look for the silver lining, then, you know, you're going to be cray-cray, you know, because life is going to work without permission. It's going to knock at your door and say, hey, I'm here. And it's going to bust in and say, hey, you know, what you going to do about it? So life can be a bully, you know, but, you know, you just have to stay grounded. So, God is good. Life is great. The show is great. I'm glad to be back. I know it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. With a dope beat to step two. Step two. Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I hear something ringing. Is that you? Do you have like your, okay, I'm going to say you got a pager.
My two-way pager. I had one of those back in the day. I did too. I have my pager and have my BlackBerry.
I had a cute little blue one, and then eventually, you know, the BlackBerry. I had one of them. One of them dope. I still got it in there in one of the few boxes.
I tell everybody at work when I had my BlackBerry, nobody can tell me I wasn't the coolest person on the planet. I could email my phone. I had a keyboard, like pre-iPhone. Like, come on now, stop it.
Absolutely. So let's see here. So Derek says real quick, just that I finally got the projects off the ground and I'm stoic as I used to be. Absolutely. There are pros to stoicism. That's all I'm saying. To being stoic, there is absolutely a benefit with that. You hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And Leah says, what's up?
Hey, Leah, what's up? What's up, Leah? How you doing? Good to see you. Oh yeah, the pager was popping. The pager was popping in the BlackBerry.
Definitely popping. You hear me? Absolutely.
And that was before I had side hustles.
Listen, I ain't had no street work, just wanted a pager and got one. You feel me? I forgot what the profession was at the time. I think I had still worked in education or something. I forgot what it was. Wherever I was at.
I'm not gonna lie to kick it. I just want to be cool. It's like, so my pager. It was technically just come a long way. Now we have iPhone 17 that just got announced today. So, you know, for all our iPhone people, it's coming out next week. So,
okay. So hold on. So what are we talking about? I hope my future self looks back and say, you really did a good job of being a mom and wife. Absolutely. Yes.
That's great.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And you will. I see you, fam. I see you. Okay. All right, so Reese, what I want to ask you a question. So what's one boundary, right? And then we're gonna get into this true false, right? What's one boundary that you've been afraid to set, but you know that you need to?
Boundaries with my peace. Because I'm a big helper. So I stretch myself oftentimes, you know, till I burn out, and I just say, you know, I'll run on fumes. So, you know, I believe that having that reset. But as of late, you know, because everybody knows that who knows me personally, concerts are my relief. So that's my concert, you know, is my reset moment where I can, you know, give my peace, you know, when life is life. So when I do that, but I've learned through this journey that you do have to take some time for yourself because, you know, being a natural helper and wanting to stretch and do God's work, oftentimes, you know, I find myself in a place where I don't get rest. I just go. And I've been doing that all my life. But now when I go to my concert, that's my woo side. that's where I can disconnect and discharge and then get back to doing God and helping my people, my loved ones, you know, my friends, my divine connections.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, oh Lord. So Lee says, you couldn't tell me I wasn't selling dope when I had my I was fortunate.
Hey.
No, I think we was all
Hey.
You hear me?
And so I remember how much my bill was when I had a pager. It was $10 a month for my pay bill, and it's like I said, it was the Sky pager. So it was before text messaging came along, but you had the little code, so you knew what's up. You know, you knew who was texting you. So I was like, such. So, but yeah, I'm updating myself. So I'm still 20-something.
Absolutely. Hey, that's all good. All right, so let's do a couple of these true false because the time is winding down. The countdown is on.
Let's go. Let's get into this false.
All right. So look, I had these questions generated, by the way. So these questions were generated. I did not create these questions. Okay. So yeah, I used my little resource, one of my little resources to generate these questions, right? All right. So true or false? The first question. Resetting a relationship always means ending it. Resetting a relationship always means ending it. What do you think, Reese? True or false?
False. Absolutely not.
What y'all think? What my listeners think? Resetting a relationship always means ending it. Have y'all ever reset? Took a pause? Just saying. Have y'all? All right. So I know that there's a little delay with time. So so you say false. So
I'll say false.
Jerome says sometimes. Lee says false. Okay, I see you, Lee. Dinner time. Listen, you know, I be wondering sometimes, like, can they hear my stomach growling? Like, for real? Like, you know, because these mics be picking up stuff. I'm just saying. False.
That's when you get that upgrade to the short, and it'll get your thoughts.
Listen, I need to do something. I'm just saying I need to do something.
No doubt.
So the answer is, and I'm going to bring this on. So false. Resetting can mean redefining, communicating, and shifting expectations. Absolutely. You know, because sometimes, you know, in relationships, sometimes whether it's romantic, friendship, familyship, whatever, self, right?
Yes.
Sometimes you got to step back and, if I'm thinking about even myself, like the old me, the idea of resetting and pause used to mean for me, I'm done. Right. Yeah. I'm just saying as far as I was a lot more stringent then. Right. So, yes. I thought that was pretty interesting because, anyway.
Yeah. And I'm going to speak on the point. I know you gotta eat, but, and that's why I always, judge people who make these New Year's posts and everybody off. That to me shows a level of immaturity. And I said it, not Lisa. This is not the thoughts of Relationship Soup and Lisa. I'm saying it myself as Music Man. But you need to make amends with people. If there's something that's fishy in the water or something that's going on, talk it out, work it out. It's not all about people. Grown people, we go through things. We go through ebbs and flows. Talk it out and work it out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, with every situation, you have to assess what's going to make sense. And I think that sometimes I feel like we have a cancel culture, just real quick cancel, move on. Everybody got options. We can get new friends, new lovers and all that stuff. And it's not that same patience with resetting, with pausing, with emotional maturity to talk things out, to figure it out, whether it's friends, family, whatever it's more of. Talk to the hand because the face don't understand. You feel me? And that's
yeah. And I think that at least you said something right there, because I think that it challenges our growth, because oftentimes, things that we don't want to deal with, we actually fall back from. So oftentimes those moments, the breaks, are times to reset ourselves and begin to level self up and learn how to love and to reconvene in these relationships, whether it's or romantic relationships.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so another question. Let's see here. Oh, there's so many of them.
Let's go.
All right, so let's look at this one. All right. All right. So this is about the future self. Okay.
Mm.
All right. So the future self. So true or false? I know there's a little delay. The future self is only shaped by big decisions. True or false?
False.
Okay.
False.
What y'all think? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? The future self is only shaped by big decisions.
Definitely say false.
Yeah, Mark says false. I know there is a little there's a little delay. All right, so for the sake of time, the answer is false. Small daily choices shape your future as much as big ones, right? It's the small things as well. Sometimes the smallest things can make the biggest difference. You know what I'm saying?
Look at weight loss. That's a huge one. It's what you do consistently, gym every day, and make some powerful impact. As a brother who I can tell y'all might not knew the older Music Man or Music Man in that season, but you know, a brother lost 65 pounds in 2 years. So you know, and I'm getting it in. So
on it, by the way.
Yeah. And still getting it in, trying to get that six pack the next summer.
Hey, that's all good. That's all. Look, they say 6 packs is made in the kitchen, and flat stomachs is made in the kitchen, right?
Oh, let's go. Yes, absolutely. Yes, indeed, absolutely.
So okay, so let me see. Tamika says, okay, so we're getting short on time. So Tamika says false. Yes, looks like a shout out to you. False. Little things count too. Absolutely. I seen Mr. Boyd, Coach Boyd.
Coach Boyd, what's up? What's up? I hollered at you last night. What's up?
It's been a minute, and every time I see you pop up in here, look, you be having an open invitation, Coach Boyd, because you know you bring so much substance, and you know how I feel about my educated, conscious brothers. So you know, let me know when you're ready to go on and get in this room. And plus, hey, listen, we can do another contest because I know you got some massages going on. I'm just saying, give me some brookies from the kid. Brookies, what's that? What, brownies?
Brownie cookies.
Hi, Malik.
What's up, right. Malik?
So let me do this. So Reese, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take you off of here. You know, I always appreciate you coming on, right? Them comments went a little longer.
Thank you for having me.
So you know, of course, you know how we do, you know the drill. All right. So you know, I'm gonna wrap up this show because you already know what time it is.
I know what time it is. On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. Thank you so much, Reese. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, boom. So I see you. What you with some brownies from the kitchen, spoken just like a true Cancerin. You know, Cancerin speaks folks like sweets and stuff. Hey, Malik. Hey. What's going on, Sister Lisa and brother? Yes, absolutely. You would know what's going on if you was in the studio, Jason. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready to get in this thing. Let me know when you're ready to get in the studio and, you know, add some ingredients to the soup because that's what it's about. Look, we're trying to feed people so they can grow, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Jerome says there's levels to this game. Yes. And for the sake of my stomach, yes. It amazes me how many people in our age groups can't communicate civilly. Boy, it's that hunger. Civilly or with emotional intelligence. Absolutely. And, you know, it's just like, I think by this stage, sometimes, right, just from my life lived, I think some people are just set. They're just set in who they are. You feel me? And, you know, I don't know. I'm just a big fan of being open. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be open, not to lose yourself, not to become a doormat, not any of those negative things, but just open so you can grow, because sometimes you don't see how you are, you know, especially if you're used to being alone or you used to move in a certain way. You don't really see what you're putting out, but the people around you do. You feel me? So be open to learn something on how you move, and everybody around you. Hopefully you are, you know, you surround yourself with people that are got your higher good at heart, and it's going to tell you the truth, and you trust them to tell you that. I will only surround myself with people like that. I ain't surrounding myself with nobody knowingly, you know, but that discernment going to kick in. I ain't surrounding myself with nobody that I can't get some growth jewels on. Mark, just do it. Hey, Brother Boyd, hope the advice helped my guy. Absolutely. Open to the possibilities. Yes, absolutely. I think it's a good thing. It's okay to stay true to yourself, because I'm a big fan of staying true to yourself. But sometimes self ain't moving right. But are you mature enough to see when you're not moving right? And are you, mature enough to be like, yeah, I ain't moving right. I need to do something. Get RelationshipSoup to yes, let's do it. Y'all know what it is, and I'm about to give it to you. All right, y'all. So, y'all, let me go ahead and close this down. I love and appreciate y'all so much, right? So, again, not that you have to wait on the new year. Sometimes you have to do it when your spirit is telling you to do so, right? September is your invitation to reset your goals, your energy, and your relationships. You don't have to wait for January, right? Which, a lot of us tend to, especially in the past, waited to January. All you need is the courage and to take one small step forward today, right? A small step is okay. Sometimes we want to take those big steps, but a small step is okay, right? So, and all you need to do is just the courage. Just do it. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. Right. So anyway, thank you all so much for listening and for choosing to grow with me every week, because like y'all, sometimes I'll be, I feel like growth is a constant thing. It's a constant thing for me. Right. So I appreciate when y'all take the time to log in and grow with me. Right. And add to my growth. And hopefully I'm adding to yours too. So anyway, if this episode resonated with you, share it with someone that could use a fresh start. Share it. And the growth is not about perfection. Let me say that again. Growth is not about perfection. It's about progress. So remember that, right? So before we go, let me go ahead and give this affirmation. I'm a little over, but that's okay. I'm going to give myself a little grace. Oh my gosh, I'm cracking up at you, fam. I see you. Hold on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this on. I know there's a little bit, see, that'd be petty. All right, so my affirmation for today is this: I release what no longer serves me and step boldly into my season of renewal. Divine order is at work in my life. Every reset leads me closer to my highest good. I welcome new beginnings with confidence, clarity, and courage. All right, so I hope that resonates with you all. I do. Thank you so much, cousin. I appreciate you for joining me. I do. Yes. I see you, cousin. I be looking like a... You know what? I don't know. It might be this lighting. I don't know. I mean, I do be trying to work out and take care of myself. I do. So maybe it's them seeds of working out is paying off. I do be feeling like I'll be looking fit a little bit too. Just saying. Leah is hilarious. She needs to be a co-host or something, but I know she's a mommy and she don't be having a lot of time. So anyway, y'all, again, shout out to everybody, all y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. I appreciate y'all. And of course, shout out to my mama, right? She even asked me last week, y'all. She even asked me. She already knew, right? So shout out to my mama, my aunt Anna, the Grishams. Y'all know who y'all are. My Grishams bloodline, Lyric, all my viewers. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. I love everybody, right? And, as always, you got to love yourself, right? It starts with you. It absolutely starts with you. Love yourself and be kind and spread love too, right? Spread love and love yourself, right? Starts with you. And so until we meet next time, peace.